Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago. 19 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
On second down, here's Barkley, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Deonte Banks there on the stop. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a scoreless game. The New York set to take the field. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Giant defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hurts. This complete to Langford. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Throwing is Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Eagles! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
On 1st down, Ratliff. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Leach to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Touchdown, Giants! Daniel Bellinger, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And some strong running. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Bailey. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And, incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. It's caught. Here's Langford. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Third and 4. They're going to look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 14. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
That one taken in by Neighbors. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They'll run on first down. Ratliff. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Leach. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you, too, in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, and it's the Cowboys who are out in front. CeeDee Lamb, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau, and they have the lead in that one over the visit.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Looking to throw. Leach. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Ratliff. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 138 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taken in at the 22. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. On first down, Leach. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And 22 more yards there and another first down. They'll run on first down. Ratliff. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. Ratliff. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Balin. Well, that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll run it again with Barkley, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A.
Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a give right side. Ratliff. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
212 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a give right side. Ratliff.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Back to throw. Leach. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on Hurts fumbles it.
And he is not going anywhere. The pursuit excellent as they bring him down hard behind the line. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Christian Watson,
34 yards.
And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
And now out come the Giants.
And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Malik Neighbors,
his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Giants,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.